Alright, what's going on? Welcome back to YouTube. We are still in the Survival Crate world. We still have a lot of things. Now, I do want to try and get this bridge fully complete today, so which is why I didn't do the normal intro. Honestly, I kind of want to change up the intro a little bit. Not fully sure how we want to do it, but I kind of want to change it. But I do want to try and get this bridge, not what, the bridge? No. I want to try and get this tunnel fully complete today. So we have a lot of stone brick that we're going to have to do. Got a lot of spruce pillars that we're going to need to change. We're going to need a lot. We're also going to need a whole bunch of zinc, which good thing we have our farm started, and I have this. So we're going to need a lot of the slopes to make it look a little curved, and then we're going to try and do that for up here also. So definitely a lot of things that we got to do. But I first want to work on this little wall here. So we're just going to grab our drill, and then, or no, we were actually going to do, we were going to build a drill and then have it do it for us. That's a smart idea. I didn't do that last night. I was too busy streaming some Lost Records Blooming Rage because the game's good. Still a little bit lost on it, but it's still pretty good. And if you don't know, we hit affiliate yesterday, which is fucking amazing. So I appreciate it. But we need to jump to the creative world so we can start building our drill. Now, first we need is 5 tall. We're going to need to try and figure that out. So let's go. All right, so we are in our creative world. If you don't know, this is where I build or test every single machine that goes into the world before we actually place it into the world. So this is where everything goes. That's our storage area that is functional for the most part until we change it or make it look better. We have all of our villager houses, our windmill for the farms, all of our farm stalls, sheep farm. We have a whole bunch of stuff here. But today we're working on the drill so we can get that working for our bridges. Now we need a cart assembler, also with a minecart with a furnace, because why else? And we also need a rail. To go boom, we go boom, and we go boom. Now we are going to lock rotation so it does not turn on us. Then something we have to do. We have to build the base normal drill to where it can place the rails and the plow behind it. And then we got to try and configure everything. So that's great. So let me get some cobble. We'll get a deployer and a plow. What is that? Explorer's compass, huh? What? This exists? Fossil chicken. What the heck is a fossil chicken? This has every single thing. This has monuments, ruin portals, pillager outposts, shipwrecks. Brother, what? Village snowy. A snowy village, which means mountains. I did not know that exists. How do I make that? Yeah, get rid of that. How are you made? Crackstone brick, cobwebs, and a compass. Honestly, that's pretty easy now that I see it. That really ain't too bad. Reacts to weather. A wind. What is all this stuff? I have not looked at any of this. A replayer, speaker block, bellows. There's so many things I have not seen so far. Netherite doors. Cool. All right, we got to work on this. So we need this to go up one. Let me get my wrench. We can now rotate. If you let me rotate. All right, so that will have rails. Back here we'll have a plow. Obviously, I want to try and make this as close as possible so we don't have to worry about a super long train or a drill, whatever. And then we need to have it to where, let's do a drill. I want to make it to where I can just do it on both sides. So let's try and do this. How will be there? Wall will be here. Okay, so we need to make it to where a drill, is that right? Or is it? Yeah, I think that's right, because we have the rails that would go here, and then we have the opening on the side. Yeah, right here would be the wall. That is 5 blocks tall. And then we need to make it to where we have, so all these will be stone bricks, which we'll place on the wall. And then up here, we will have the drill. All right, so this is 5 blocks of drills. Actually, we need to move this closer. Hey, brother, I'm not the genius when it comes to this stuff. Whoopsie, I need my dirt there. Alright, so it'll be like that, and then we just gotta do this all the way through. Alright, so my drill will be here. That will go through. These will place stone bricks, so we need the first section already cut out, just so when we place it, it will auto-deploy stone brick. This will destroy pretty much the wall, whatever is there, and replace it with stone brick when it gets to it. Obviously, it shouldn't miss. It should be able to go pretty quick. And then we just need a drill. That one's going to be right up on the wall. We're going to need one facing out this way, just so it will break a block that is already like connected to it. So let me just get some world edit real quick. We'll turn a good chunk of this into stone, or we'll just create a big wall. So we'll do that. We'll go back a little bit, and then we'll go way over here. All right, so that will be all stone, which will resemble resemble our wall. That will then gotta, think about how this is gonna go. It's gonna destroy the items or the blocks, and then we'll deploy some stone brick, and that should go all the way through. We'll have a block here, so we'll just fill this with like cobblestone or something. So we'll just have this go down the entirety of the wall. And then we can actually get some barrels and put the barrels like right here. That should help. And then we just need some stone brick or glue. Actually, no, we have to put some stone brick in there first. All right, so let me put some stuff in here. So stone brick will auto be accepted into that. All right, so yeah, we'll just throw some stone brick in here, and then we will have rails because I don't want to have stone brick being placed on this. So we do that, we'll throw a chunk of rails in there. Obviously, we won't need that many because they will auto delete for themselves. We need some super glue. That will connect on this one here. That will go to there. That will go onto that. This pillar is going to stay connected with it. We then need these, do that to that, and then we get all this, and we go boom to boom. That should all be connected. All right, we'll do that, and then we just connect to you. Connect that to that, and there we go. So that should be good. We'll just get this here. Everything is super glued. We'll just put a rail down, and this should just auto go for us. We shouldn't have to worry. This will break when it first deploys. It will break. Nothing will be placed here because it can't. So obviously we'll have to get rid of that first layer. And we do a redstone torch. Yep, so that does those 5. That will break that one up front. And we just test this. Actually get some coal real quick. So everything will go. We'll place stone brick with it. Obviously I don't need 5. I can actually cut this down to maybe like the 1. I don't know where my brain was going with that. So we're gonna move this real quick. Of course, lock rotation. Don't need to worry about any of that. Yeah, we gotta move some things around. This I can actually put the barrels like in here. Barrels for storage, but also barrels just for the materials that we need. All right, so everything is connected. That will break that first one. That will go through. And then we just got to put a drill here just so it can stay within time. I don't know if it actually will. Worth a shot, I guess. Just get some glue and put you on there. And we'll just reset this real quick. And there we go. And that is fully reset. So now we should just be able to put this in. Go boom. That will break that first one and that one down there. Perfect. And I'll go on that. And then we get a chunk of coal. Then all we got to do when we place this or whatever, we could just flip it. Nice. And then we'll just go through. Now I could make this better to where we put drills over top of it. And it does the entire thing for us. Pretty nice. Now that I'm thinking. That's really not a bad idea. This might take a minute. Let me try and reconfigure this one. I want to see if I can actually make it to where it can do literally everything. So if we ever need a tunnel, then we could just copy the same exact thing. Alright, so if we do this, this is technically how the wall would be. We just gotta put this in the middle. Hopefully, find the middle. No, that means I would have to make 2 because we have the little pillars in the middle. So yeah, I would have to make 2 of these where one's on the right side, one's the left side. I have to see about that. I mean, really all I gotta do, I just gotta get rid of the drills on that one side, and then we should be fine. It shouldn't hit on the other side. Now I may place stone brick on it, which we'll probably have to get rid of the stone brick or the deployers, but really it's not too bad. We just can't have anything in that area because the super glue will connect it. Alright, so we have the right side where it would drill and then place the stone brick. This will destroy the block that's in front of it. I mean, technically I wouldn't even need this. Yeah, I actually would, just so it slows down. I would need it, never mind. And then we have deployers here. We'll place the spruce planks on these just so we won't have to. And then all of this will be like stone or anything. It won't be grass, but I'll place rails. That will go over. And then same thing on this side. Okay. All right, we're going to test this real quick. I was going to do one that does over, but that's going to be a little bit difficult. And honestly, we could just fly. So, see, we connected those. Let's try it again. Anything connecting out of place? Does not seem like it. We'll just put some stone here, stone here. And all we need, we can actually disable this real quick. We just need some stone brick sitting in there and then some spruce. And really, it should be fine. We shouldn't have to worry. All right, there we go. So let's get our redstone torch that I don't have apparently. Place it down here. That will auto do everything. We'll break those. It will automatically place that. We then get our coal. It's going to be a very short one. We'll increase this a little bit. All right, and then this will go all the way through. So yes, we will have to place like some blocks here just so it can hit. And then we're going to have these go. And then for the last little bit, I want to see if we could just destroy the block on its own. So I wouldn't have to worry about anything. So let's test this. Redstone torch. Okay. Places rails, places everything. Obviously, this would be stone brick once I put the stone brick setting to it. So, I mean, that's fine. Now, let's see if these actually destroy the block. No. Okay, so yeah, we would have to destroy everything on the bottom too. It does work though, which is kind of nice. And if we ever need a wall, I can just... I can auto build a wall. Not bad. Okay. That's going to be a little iffy to make. Probably going to have to try that some other time, but we have a drill that, you know, can do walls now. So basically it's its own... If I add drills to the front, I have my own little tunnel miner. It drills out the tunnel and then it will auto place the blocks for me. Brother, that's genius. All right. Well, let's go back to the other world. All right. Well, let's start. God dang, 356 stacked items. All right. Let's go ahead and start working on this tunnel. Let's get the wall set and then we can start doing the floor. Let's get all this. Alright, so we got this wall pretty well taken care of. It goes all the way down to Yonderville, wherever the heck that is. We just have some dirt here, but that's pretty easy to fix. Nothing to worry. Ouchie. I feel like I'm being shot at. I feel like there's a skeleton that's just trying to snipe my life away. Hi there. I did it. I killed him. This side will be... Where's my spruce? Right here. Alright, so that'll be like that. There'll be a tunnel right there. We'll probably just keep this as it is. Just stone or whatever. Everything else we will change. Gotta go through and place all of our spruce. I'm gonna need to get more spruce logs. I'm gonna run out very quickly, actually. What the heck is that placement? Stop it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to my base over there to the Lagville. Well, time to go get more. Don't shoot me. Thank you. It lags when I get in here. I want to try and figure out if I can add a threshold or a clutch in this, because look at how much stuff is going. All the fans are going, all the belts, everything is moving in a very compact area. There's even a lot moving down here, which is crazy. I want to see if I can add a clutch to that to disable that, but the one over there, that will stop running, and that's something I don't want, so I don't know if I could. I need to go get more logs from the tree farm. Hey, brother. Not the tree farm. Oops, sorry, just passing under my bridge, which will hopefully soon be a real bridge at some point, once I figure out what kind of bridge I actually want to build. Alright, there we go. We just have a whole bunch. This will look so cool when I have a bridge actually set here. That'd be so cool. I don't know what style bridge. I don't know if I should just do a flat one, or if I want to have, you know, the arches and everything else. I'm not sure yet. All right, there we go. We have our pillars. Let's go ahead and get our stone bricks. I'm definitely gonna need way more stone brick. Getting an idea. See, if I make this, I don't know how often I'm gonna use it. If I make a little drill, or a drill, it won't really be a drill. It would just be a wall of deployers that will fit in between, like this is a 5x5. If I just make a deployer wall, that's a 5x5 with stone brick thing or filters to them. You have a barrel behind it with stone brick in the barrel. All we gotta do is just place it, put a redstone torch, and boom, it's all in there. We just pick it up, move it. That's it. That would be pretty easy. I just don't know how often I'm gonna use it though. That's the bad thing, because if we don't use it that often, then there's really no point in making it. But yeah, well, we're gonna get this ball situated. We're gonna try and get everything set and done, and then we gotta go on that side. All right, well, we're gonna need more stone bricks, so let me just take every single piece of cobblestone we have, and we'll take this over to. All right, let's take this to our lava cook thing, turn it all to stone, and then we'll swap it out for stone brick. Oh, hello, friends. Good to see you. Bad idea going to my base. I should add turrets, brother. If I add turrets that will like auto attack mobs, do you imagine? I would need it to also like, I would need to build a farm like an auto build, like the ammo and everything. That would be really cool. All right, while that goes in to cook, see, I disabled this machine and it kind of helps it. So this one's the main one that causes the lag. If I shut everything off, we should be fine. I mean, we have enough iron. We can actually turn this off for quite a while. We should be okay. All right, we got our stone brick. Let's head back to our tunnel. Let's try and finish that up, and then we got to get to the other side, which is going to be probably annoying. Now, I'll be honest, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish that side today also. So hopefully we can. If not, we're done with this side. We got to go on that side. All right, there we go. Let's get all of these set. And then we got to come back through with lanterns, which I'll probably do that as like the final touches for this. So won't have to worry too much about any of that. Especially right now, should I have to worry about any of that. Lighting will be the final part. And we have so many overstacked items, which is crazy because that's right at the, what's it called? I can't remember. That's at the alloy farm, which makes no sense because we just shut it off. Or it's the XP farm. I can't remember all the farms that we have. My brain don't function that well. There's so many things that we need. Whoa, I'm hitting the daylights. There's so many things and like farms that we need to make, but obviously I want to try and get every area that we can first, just so I don't have to worry about it. You know, at that minute, we can always hold off. I hear a villager behind me and I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe I'm going crazy. He's here. I hear him somewhere. He's probably above. Is he up here? Huh? Oh, he's down here. Sir, this was a very bad spot to spawn at. A gingerbread man. Dang, you give resistance? Hold on. Which ones are actually good with? Okay, so those give resistance. Rest? What the heck is rest? Stimulation? What the heck is that? Regen? Oh, it's at nighttime for him. It's time to go sleep. Which one's good under the delight menu? Dolphin's great? You get dolphin's great? Okay. I wonder which one would be good to like start a farm on. Smoked ham's honestly pretty decent. I wonder which one would actually be good to start like a farm on for food. I mean, obviously we're gonna have a farming island, but like 12 saturation for nachos. A taco gives strength, 3 attack damage, more strength, when eaten 3 more attack. Jeez, that's a lot of effects for that. Alright, we'll do this, and then we will put... I need stone, but I don't have stone. And on the sides, we will need straight down. Alright, we're going to swap all the grass in here. All the grass and random stuff that isn't stone. We're going to swap this to cobble, just so I don't have to worry about anything. Just so we don't have to worry about some random items. I could just put it cobble, just so it flows decently, kind of. And then if we ever need to, we can always get rid of the tracks for a minute and then come back through with, you know, some extra stuff. And then something else I'm thinking of doing is putting like some slopes here. Well, actually no, can't do slopes because it has to lead out to a bridge. Never mind. I retract my statement. Alright, and then we'll just fix this up here because this can take a minute. Alright, yeah, we were supposed to get this side today. Also, probably gonna have to do that next episode because we have a lot more things that we gotta do. So, unfortunately, we are gonna have to end today's video here. So with that being said, Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you do want to see some extra content, I do have a second channel in the description. It's basically a whole bunch of different variety stuff, more games, more random things like that. I still gotta edit some things for that one, but it should come out pretty soon. We also have started recently streaming on Twitch and Kick, where we have hit affiliate on the Twitch. So if you do want to check it out, again, everything is in the description. So with that being said, once again, thank you guys for hanging out. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.